9, 8th Street extension in reference to 1045.
It seems like snapshots of memory, I guess you would call it. That's the only way I could describe it. I remember standing by the front door of the bar, and then I remember looking at my friend as I walked out, and that's it.
So when we left to work, we saw the lights, the police, the fire engine, the ambulance, everything, and I knew it was him.
Wait, they were coming to your house?
No, the accident was about maybe 1.5 miles from our house.
Oh.
And we came upon it. And that's when they pulled him out of the car. They had to get a lift. The wrecker came, Highland Wrecker came, and they lifted the pole off of the car, and they were able to get him out.
Well, I woke up and I saw my parents, my godparents, and my step-parents around me crying. And I looked up and I opened my eyes to these really bright lights, and I was in the ICU unit at UNM at the hospital. That's the next thing I remember. And I couldn't move, and I couldn't talk, and I couldn't figure out why everybody was around me. Then it came to my mind like, whoa, I didn't get home last night.
When he woke up, he wanted to know what was going on, and
But he looked at you and he recognized you and your husband.
it was his dad and his dad's wife and myself and Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah, they were holding on to me, you know, just kind of like clutching my hand and just holding on to me tight, squeezing me, kind of like, I don't know, scared. Honestly, they were scared. They were more than scared.
Yeah. Because you said your father clutched your hand.
Yeah.
Your father clutched your... And you remember he just leaned over and clutched your hand?
Well, I remember all of them there like that. But I remember my dad, because my dad's not the kind of person to show emotion for very, very, very many things. You know, maybe emotion's the wrong thing, or the wrong word I'm using. But it was more like, I've never felt him be scared. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, afraid of what could have happened. You know, my life would have been described as I was just another statistic. You can do a lot of rash things that make no sense. And very quickly can you change your life forever, or someone's life. I know if you're in a class probably listening to this, or if you're somewhere listening to this, they're probably, you know, there's always going to be that kid in the back room laughing or smirking, but he's the one that would have been me. That was me, the one laughing and smirking like, no, that's never going to be me. All of the time in my life, I never would have thought anything like this would happen to me. Like, I couldn't understand how disappointing I've made people feel, or how disappointed I was to people is what I should have said. You know, people expect you to just, you know, live your life, be good, pay your taxes, do the regular stuff, get a job, get a wife, have kids, whatever, have the picket fence with the dog or whatever. You know, I wasn't even on that path. I was on I was a complete bum. And you know, now that guilt sets in and I think to myself, you know what, you're so lucky. There's mountains of stacks of papers that are reports of people who didn't get this far.
I've seen situations where they go right back to it, you know, and
I mean, after they've had an accident?
after they've had an accident and they go back to the drinking and back to the same life that they had before. And Jonathan didn't. He totally changed his life.
Yeah, he did. He
He
really
totally
did.
changed everything.
I just don't drink anymore. I don't drink at all. Because, you know, I can be on the bandwagon of everybody else that says, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have this and that to pay. Who cares? Nobody else forced you. You're a grown-ass man, make the decision not to do it. Or you're a grown woman, make the decision not to do it. Or if you're in high school, if you want to be man enough or woman enough to do what you do, well, then take responsibility, be accountable for your stuff.
When your kids become teenagers, you communicate, you talk to them, you ask them questions, be open with them, and that way they're open with you.
A lot of, you know, honestly, I know, like I said, that my stupidity helped a lot of people, and I'm glad it did. I'd rather have gone through something like that and have had a positive outcome than just be another statistic with one more DWI 6 months later. You know, 5 years down the road, I have another one. 10 years down the road, I have 5. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many people that do that, and it's not that hard to call somebody. It's not that hard.
If you're going to be drinking, I think that you should have someone that doesn't drive for you. Give them your keys, and after you're done drinking, don't argue. Just let them take you home or call your parents. Your parents might get angry at you when you call them, but it's okay because it's better for them to be angry at you than not to ever see you again.